School owners, please follow up on your leads. If you're serious about growing a successful, profitable, highly profitable business, then you must follow up on the leads that you're getting. So, the hardest part of building any school, or most of the time any business, is generating enough traffic, generating enough leads, generating, in our case, enough intro traffic to obviously make sure that we achieve our enrollment numbers and our targets and so on like that. So, don't be, stepping over pounds to pick up pennies thinking that, well, I've contacted the lead once, they didn't answer, so they'll get back in touch with me. Definitely not, not at all. Again, if you're serious about growing your school, you need to treat it like a business. I mentioned this a lot in my book. If you treat it like a hobby, it's going to cost you like a hobby. If you treat it like a business, it's going to pay you like a business. So you make sure, again, it all boils down to your commitment. You could be one of those that say they want to grow the school, but aren't really fussed and are just happy coasting along, or you could be committed and think, you know what, I'm going to take this to the next level. I'm going to turn this to a profitable business. I'm going to massively increase the value I'm giving to my students. And again, it's going to be phenomenal. And for that, I'm going to be paid well. In order to do that, though, you need to have enough people coming into your sales funnel. So again, you need to make sure that you've got all your marketing going on all cylinders there. If you haven't downloaded my book, or might purchase it off Kindle or off Amazon, whatever, How to Build a Highly Profitable Martial Arts School by me, Dervish. I mentioned a lot about marketing and that. I mean, one of my mentees the other day said I should just bring out one specifically on marketing. Maybe in the future, okay, we will see. I've got a lot going on with the property portfolio at the moment now, but possibly. Anyway, excuse me, not very professional yet, but let's crack on with the video. So you need to make sure that, of course, your marketing's firing on all cylinders. Maybe SEO for your website, maybe Google AdWords, maybe pay-per-click type stuff, maybe Facebook advertising, maybe internal events, maybe primary school leaflets, free events at Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, what else? Church groups on a Saturday or Sunday morning, Saturday schools as well. Primary schools is always a massive one for us because you've got your avatar there. The other thing is the parents out there, but yet the amount of numbers that you're delivering to in one day will overcompensate from that. So a typical primary school in our area would have 7 classes times 30 students in each class. That's 210 students. If there are double form entry, which quite a few of them were in our area, that's 7 times 30, which is 210, times 2. So like 410, 420 students there. In fact, 2 of our schools in our area within 3 miles of our martial arts school was a 4 form entry. We couldn't get through all the years in one day, so we had to spread it across 2.5 days across a couple of instructors. But what I want you to understand is, don't think if you build it they will come. That's absolute nonsense. You could have the best well-designed dojo, the best mats, the best freestanding bags, the best punch bags, the best pads, the best everything. However, if you've got nobody coming in, it's pointless. It's just dead money, dead space. Your job as a martial arts school owner, I know bang this drum a lot, is to market your school. But not only market your school, you need to make sure you're keeping all of your existing students, your existing clients as well. Those are the 2 main drivers. Yes, if I had a pound for every time I said this, I'd be a multi-millionaire. But number 1, attract new students. Number 2, keep them forever. That's it. So number 1, attract new students. Number 2, keep them forever. If you can master those 2 things, because they're continually going to evolve, you're going to be onto a winner with your school, definitely. And it's going to create the profits that you want, depending on how much you're putting into it. So yeah, following up on the leads, getting to the main point of this video. If a lead came in this morning, now at the moment now it's, I think it's Thursday the 9th or 10th of April. If a lead had come in, say for instance midnight last night, then we should know about that, 1 minute past 12 really. Now I'm not expecting the team or myself really to get back in touch with them there and then, but we should be getting back in touch with them very, very soon. So if, let's use a different example, if it came in at dinner time, 12 o'clock, we should be on the phone back to them if we haven't already answered at 12:01, or again, contact them on Facebook or email or whatever it is, whatever method channel they've got in touch with you with. You need to make sure that you contact them back as soon as possible. Let them know that you're here, let them know you're serious, and let them know that you're interested and that yes, you can help them. Now, Once you've contacted them, of course, the ideal situation is to get booked in for a first lesson or a consultation that day and or 24 hours later. The sooner you can get them in, the better it is for your conversions. What you don't want is for them to contact you today and then say, well, we're busy tonight, we're closed tomorrow, Saturday's full, we're not open Sunday, Monday, there's only me in, so yeah, well, let's tell, can we go for next Saturday? And then there's 10 days, 9 days. No, that is absolute going to kill your business. You need to get them in as soon as possible. All right. So let them know that you're serious. Let them know you've got capacity. Let them know that you're obviously bothered about them. Again, think about the first impressions there. So if though you didn't manage to contact them, or should I say, if you've tried to contact them and you can't get through, you must have a system. Now, our system was if leads come in, one particular day, we contact them every single day for a week if we haven't managed to book them in. Now, we would call them, but then we'd send a text. We'd only ever leave one voicemail, though. We wouldn't leave a voicemail for 7 days because it looks a bit desperate. But we'd call them, send a text, and leave a voicemail on day one. Then day two, call them, maybe send a text, and then after that, we'd just obviously call them for the next 3 or 4 days. As soon as you're into week two, I'd be then calling them twice that week on dates arranged by you and your team, or you and your team follows it. Then when they're moving into week three, you're going to contact them once. Week four, contact them once. Then after that, if you haven't gotten back in touch with them, I would then obviously put them on our email system and our mailing system as well, and make sure they're getting something from us, an email once a week, and definitely something in the post, a tangible thing, something that they can grab hold of once a month without a doubt. You need to make sure you understand how valuable your leads are. So, for instance, now I used to have a thing with my team where I'd say, right, if that phone doesn't get called, doesn't get picked up within 2 or 3 rings, it's going to cost us X thousand. So at the time it was like 32,000, and then the team would go, how does it cost 32,000? So what I would do is I'd go for the highest price point on the program, and then I would times that by 4. If there was a mum, dad, and 2 kids and so on, then I'd times it by 2, because the best case example is all 4 of that family go onto our highest paid program, stay with us for 5 years, and I'd times it by 2, because then they would also refer an identical family, mum, dad, 2 kids, who would also go on the highest program and stay also for 5 years. As soon as you put a monetary value on that phone not being answered, things should be happening. You think, right, well, I need to get onto this phone as soon as possible. I need to chase these leads up as quick as I can. Don't let it slip through your fingers, because there's going to be another business, another competitor of yours, maybe the 500, £800 gorilla in your area that snaps on them like that. And then suddenly you've done all the marketing and they've gone somewhere else. You've done all the hard work, but somebody else gets the reward. And that is definitely what you do not want. So the main purpose of this video is to really stress how important it is for you to chase up the leads, keep touching base with them. And I'll give you an example now. Again, I'm a mentor myself. I help out, martial arts school owners wanting to exponentially grow the business and so on. But I also help out a lot of property investors, because again, that's another company that I have, and that's a big passion of mine, growing our portfolio, net income and wealth and so on. One of the mentors that I started working with, I'd known about them for 10 years before I started to work with them. 10 years. So I'd known about them back in maybe 2005, and then I started to work with them in 2015. So I'd had a couple of other mentors before then, during that period, because I'm an avid believer in mentors. Obviously, like yourself, if you're a martial artist, you need to be going to people higher grade than you to learn more, to keep improving and so on. It's the same in business. You need to be learning from people who are ahead of you and adopting their success mindset and the habits that they take and so on. So yeah, I'm just letting you know there that after 10 years, when I decided, I need to go for another mentor, who was there? The person that had been knocking on the door, sending me emails, sending me things through the mail once a month. It was a no-brainer, really. And they were at a very, 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 very high price point. But again, persistence pays off. We should know that in the martial arts. So yeah, please do not underestimate how much you need to follow up with your leads and keep them on a drip email system. Okay? Doesn't need to be anything fancy. It just needs to be, hiya, I'm here. That just constantly reminding you that you're there, that you're still in business. Because they eventually may not enroll with you, but one of their friends, one of the school mums or something like that might say, "Oh, we're thinking about getting young Bob into karate. Do you know anywhere or judo?" Well, yes, there is, and then that's when your name would come up. Okay, it's often what's the saying there? It's not what you know, it's who you know. But you could also flip that and say it's not, it's who knows you. And that's what you want for your martial arts school. So again, I didn't want to go too deep into the systems of this is what I've done week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 of what you need to do to follow up on leads. But I want you to understand really that lots of the people that I work with that ask me for advice aren't following up on the leads that they've got in the system. And I know that with a bit more follow up, they get a few of those over the line and the membership count would grow. But good luck, everybody. Keep taking steps further forward. And please, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Okay? And then drop a comment in below if you want any other martial arts school owners videos that you'd want to see. I know there's quite a few on here. I'll try and do 1 or 2 a week. But yeah, let us know and take care. And again, another little plug. I would strongly suggest buying or investing, should I say, better use of terminology there, in my book, How to Build a Highly Martial Arts School by me, Dervish Dervish. I share lots of tips and strategies in there which will help elevate your profits and your professionalism and so on. And obviously, I'll definitely help you take it to the next level. If you're serious and you do want to commit, because that's what it's all down to, getting one book's one thing, but committing to a mentorship program is definitely another, then get in touch because I can guarantee I will be able to help you. Good luck, everybody, and all the best. Take care.